Cool Figure TV. Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the House of Revolution. You know I'm your humble host, the Yao Ming of Revolution. Fake new Black Panther Party member exposed. Before we get into that, y'all be sure to wipe y'all feet. That means hit the like button. You in the House of Revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform, y'all. Revolution is a way of life, and revolution is a way of life, and revolution for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I got some revolutionary dinner for y'all. This clown done been exposed. We got to dig into this guy. Here he is, Mr. Birdsong, pretending like he's a gang member. This the same clown pretending like he's the leader of revolution. Now, let's get into this guy, y'all.
I'm doing this because I'm a gang member, and I used to be a gang banger. The difference between a member and a banger, a member is just part of it.
Now, well, I need everybody to understand what you were witnessing is you dude cosplaying gang member. This dude was not no gang member. The Blackface Ku Klux Klan terrorizing our neighborhoods, but he was no gang member. He was a cosplaying gang member. He was even acting like a gang member. So even so, 4 or 5 years ago, they caught this dude out here. Look, he's standing up for injustice with his red bandana on his wrist and his red bandana in his pocket. No real bangers. Nobody that banged done no bullshit like that. This is a phony gang banger. He was playing like a gang member. Roll up that good dinner, man. Salute. See, playing like he was a gang member, fake ass and fraud. Now you're going to be able to see the transition to pretending like he's some type of Huey P. You see? He studied, see this tether, studied how blacks was acting like they was gang members. You should have never did that because they doing that shit all over the world now. You even got African bangers. Until they can pretend like they George Jackson or Fred Hampton at the drop of a dime.
A banger is somebody that's running around destroying shit and hurting other people because they wearing the other color. The other day, I tied my flag with a rival.
Now, what we know so much about this, everybody know my story. Everybody know I used to be a leader in the blood family. My family started a Pyru set in 1991. So this really pissed me off because they see this is to destroy any credibility of any real soldiers come from the streets and try to turn their life around. Now I'm peeping what's happening. This is to destroy any credibility real revolutionary like myself got. This dude trying to steal my story. This dude trying, they got these actors out here pretend like they come. See, peace alert. Y'all know my peace alert movement. I come from that. Now I'm saying you in the community, stand on the front line. Well, here's this clown acting like he was some type of blood leader or something. Look like he was part of a Cash Money video from back in the day when they just had all kind of bandanas on, red, blue, yellow. You see? So we caught him out here not doing no banging. We didn't know him to do that, but pretend like he was some banger. And now he's saying, you see, I used to cause so much destruction. Now I got to do the right thing. That pissed me off. I say, wait a minute. When I be talking about the reason I got to go so hard for the community is because of what I did when I was on the other side. Now, nigga, you're reading the motherfucking script that they done told you say this. Because this was the real who changed their life. Say they were so violent, they were so destructive in the community, they must stand up straight for the people. This pissed me off, y'all. Because this man ain't did a motherfucking thing in no community doing no banging. And all of a sudden, he at the front of the line to lead the revolution. You got to be kidding me.
We were out here. I tied my flag with a rival. We exited black on black crime. We exited stupidity. We exited genocide, self-imposed and self-hatred, and entered humanity. We unified together and stood. That did something to me. You see what I'm saying? What it did is it made me feel obligated because of all the destruction I caused to cause some construction, to cause some change. And that's why I'm here. And that's
now, revolutionary shit. Y'all spoke to the brother Deuce before, but I haven't talked to him in a minute. But now, since we found out so quickly that this dude was calling himself some ex-gang member and all that type of shit, now we need to know what gang he was part of, what set was he part of, what neighborhood was he part of. They on the clock. We need to understand who put him down, when you put him down, how long he been doing this. They gonna get down some real quick. We want to get it here. Who put him down? When did he become this blood OG? When? Where? Who? Who's responsible for this? You see what I'm saying?
And that's why I did what I did. I don't expect anybody to stay with me. I didn't expect anybody to come in the first place. I was going to be there alone, whether they came or not, and I will continue to be here alone, whether they came or not. I want people to change. I want police to change. That's why I get in their face like that, because I want them to see I ain't afraid of them. I don't want everybody else to lose their fear. The cop is just another human being. The only difference between you and them, they got a gun. That's it. They're just another person. There ain't nothing to be afraid of. And as long as you stand in the laws, they got to. If they cross the line, let them. Because once they cross the line, that's their ass. That's what we got to push for. We got to start pushing their laws on them. You know, they're here to protect and serve themselves. They don't protect and serve me. If you call the police, they're going to come a lot faster than if I call them. And if you call the police and say, something's outside making noise, I'm scared, guess what? They're going to be there. If I call the police where I live at in the hood and say, hey, something outside making noise, I'm scared. Sir, is anybody coming in your house? Anybody hurt? Somebody breaking in? Oh, well, that's not something you call the police for. Hang up on me, if they even talk to me that long. Get off the phone and start laughing at me. See what I'm saying? That one lady, the black lady that got choked out by the police officers in Ann Arbor when she's fighting with her boyfriend, and she got punched out. When she called the police, she said, me and my boyfriend are fighting. She sounded like a little old black lady on the phone. They didn't come. When he called, they came. He was white, she was black, they knocked her out. I think that those cops, all four of them, if me and 3 other Pyrus murdered somebody standing here, we would all get life without parole. Instantly. Wouldn't matter what defense we came up with. If I murder somebody, and 3 of my Pyru homies.
See, it's Pyru homies. You see, they on the clock out there on that West Coast, man. They got to check this temperature, bro. They false claiming your hood, false claiming your set, doing cointel, counter-revolutionary action under y'all bandana. What type of phony activities is this? This ain't no gang member, but he pretending to be cool. Cool. This is a couple of years ago. This was a couple of years ago. They had some protest out there. A bunch of white kids and little kids out there. He decided to show up as the Pyru OG with his gang banging paraphernalia on. This is cosplay. Probably just stopped at a corner store, got this, put that on, and come out here. If me and my Pyrus, we're gonna find out what Pyrus he talking about. What's set? That need to be out there now. Who put him down? Who his OG was? This what they doing? Because all of a sudden now he's Huey P. Newton. We're trying to see where did the transition come from? How did he get on the road to Damascus? I know my story. I know where my change comes from, and we haven't heard his yet. We want to hear his story. Was he a gang leader? Oh, Lord, we need to know what type of reputation he had in the hood, since he's telling us now he's more aggressive than the Panthers and all kind of shots going to get fired. Woo, Lord, then we know that's what your work was in the community. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out this man ain't never done nothing in his whole life.
Me standing around strapped, making sure don't nobody stop me. We all getting life without parole. I'm going to get charged with murder. They going to get charged in concert. So, his badge should not give him special privileges. If anything, he's held to a higher standard.
This is a cosplaying nigga. See, if he wouldn't have put the red bandanas on, he felt like he came out there as a street dude who wanna, help. He came out there pretending to be a street dude, gang member, to get their attention and saying the street's trying to hook up and do the right things in the community. Now, once this is your mind, now he has the Panther uniform on. The same guy. You see? No, the Panthers, you see, we want to do the right thing and fight ICE agents. What? He just picking up uniforms and reading scripts. Never was no gang member. Never. We're gonna dig deeper into that though. He ain't gonna get away with that. We're gonna find out the background, what banging you did, what was you arrested for, who put you down, what's your OG name. Well, we run that on Cold Figure TV News, nigga. We don't give a damn about that. You're getting a DP if you ever was a gang member. They better DP you, nigga, for this demonstration you done did. You feel what I'm saying? Now you're cosplaying new Black Panther Party. I'm hearing the new Black Panther Party under Malik Julius-Supaz just should have put a statement out. I don't give a damn about nothing Malik Julius-Supaz say. They don't mean nothing to me. He's an agent to me. No disrespect to those brothers over there in that structure, because I have a few of them that I respect. I don't respect Malik. So Malik putting a statement out means nothing to me. What, that's going to cover their ass that they letting this man walk around here and say he part of the new Black Panther Party? Ain't no what kind of discipline goes on in these military structures? You niggas on the clock, bro. He said he was the leader of the new Black Panther Party, talking all that shit. It done went all over the motherfucking world. You niggas want to pull out a statement saying we're not tied to Mr. But man, look, that's all good. That's all good, bro, for the people, for people to see. But what type of cointel operation did try to got run on black people? Now all of a sudden the whole world saying Black Panther Party is standing up to ICE and fighting ICE for the illegal immigrants. They got to be out of their goddamn mind. And this nigga once said that Huey P. Newton and the Black Panther Party was not black nationalists. You out of your goddamn mind. Except they had no hate for white revolutionaries. They had no hate for Mexican revolutionaries. They had no hate for yellow revolutionaries. They said power to all men, power to the white man, power to the brown man, power to the yellow man. But they told you where the fight was taking place. And they said those people had to come fight with us in our fight. And those people did. And some of those people set the Panthers up and it all went astray by letting some of them get too close to the struggle. But the Panthers never went to fight with them on their battlefield. That is a goddamn lie. On behalf of what they was doing, that is a goddamn lie. No, those people came to the Panther struggle for armed resistance. It wasn't the other way around. They never, in their life, you never see no Panthers out there saying they're here to stand up and protect illegal immigrants. You're never going to see it. But you will hear them saying power to the white man, power to the yellow man, power to... That's because they were global revolutionaries. I keep telling people that. We cannot corner ourselves off and just be, oh, we just FBA here. No, we have allies all over this fucking globe, but they understand what our struggle is. That's they got to get that correct. We're standing on our struggle. But we have global allies. That's, we don't have no problem. We're not bigots and racists.
Standard, because he has that badge. When you're on the highway and you see them little duckouts, what do they say? Authorized personnel only. That means somebody with a higher level of authority is allowed there, not you or me. When you see a police tape, it says police line don't cross.
This is to discredit real street people. I just, the Most High just gave me that. This is to discredit real street people who come from this background he didn't come from, like myself, who really was gang chieftains and really messed up in the community, who really come over here to put the work on the line, the revolutionary. They make us look like a fucking Saturday Night Live skit. Nigga, oh man, one of these niggas again. Serious business. That's why he don't understand. He in serious. Anyway, it's serious now. It's serious now. We're going to look at that resume, boy. You better been vicious in the motherfucking streets up under that power root bandana you yelling on TV, nigga. You better be vicious under that. Your word better mean something. And then, like I said before, good nigga, well, you should be sick of the blackface Ku Klux Klan. Them should be the first niggas you willing to clean up because you know how disgusting they are to our community. You're not going to get away with playing like you're some gang member and then acting like, oh, it's time to deal with Whitey. Wasn't you just a banger? So you know how dangerous they is, right?
That means you got to have the authority of that badge to go past the area. You have to have a CPL. They got a badge. They can carry any gun they want to. A cop could pull his gun out and walk down the street like this. Nobody's going to say anything to him because he has that authority. He's trusted with that authority. He's trusted with the responsibility to protect and serve, to uphold the law, right? So since he's given that higher level of authority and that higher level of responsibility, he should be held to a higher standard and he should succumb to a higher level of accountability. See what I'm saying? If I kill a man, I should get what I got. He kills a man, it should be worse because he's supposed to stop people from killing people. See what I'm saying? So he should get life without parole and all those other officers should get life without parole. And it should stand as a mark. It should stand as a statement. Police officer, sheriff, whatever you are, if you kill somebody, you going to jail forever too, just like everybody else. I bet you. They start charging cops with murder, putting them in prison for the rest of their life. Their whole police brutality then goes.
I knew sooner or later I would come across this video. I knew sooner or later I would come across this. I'm going to let this man cook.
What's up, y'all? Once again, Jay Watts about to drop another video. This is your first time to the barbecue. Welcome to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We always grilling around here. And in this one, we about to grill Paul Birdsong. That's right, the fake Black Panther. Now, see, a lot of people was in my comments on me talking about it would take a black man to go after another black man. I'm like, y'all need to quit believing this bullshit. Everybody that jumps on the internet ain't real. These people are doing this for content. Now, this Paul Birdsong dude, I told y'all, he was a fake ass rapper. And now he running around calling himself a Black Panther. The Black Panthers put out a statement saying we are not affiliated with that dude. We don't condone nothing he's saying. We're not affiliated with him. This dude, Paul Birdsong, started this back in 2020. And he calls himself the Black Panther Party for Self-Protection or Self-Defense. That's the whole name of his party, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. It's not the Black Panthers, and it's not the Black Panther Party. That's a whole...
The original Black Panther Party was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. That was their name.
Another organization. That's the organization we know about that started a long time ago, the Black Panther Party, the Black Panthers. That's long... He is the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense.
No, the originals was the Black Panther Party. That's what a lot of people don't know. The originals was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. They was not just the Black Panthers or the Black Panther Party. No, they was the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense.
And he claims that the people from the Black Panther Party met up with him, called him in order to start this group. That's what he's claiming. Nobody can confirm that. The Black Panthers don't even want to confirm that. Yet I told people this dude has been doing cosplay. He's been a fake ass rapper. He was a fake ass Pyru Blood up in Michigan. He goes around doing all this fake shit, making people believe he's something that he's not. He's got a personality disorder, probably. So I got clips in this right here, clips proving what I'm telling y'all and what I've been saying is true. I found the clips. And I'm going to post an actual full video for this dude down in the video description. So if y'all want to watch his whole take on it, watch his whole take on it. He even ate this dude up. So don't try to say, oh, we see you. You just another black YouTuber trying to divide the black community. No, I just call out bullshit where I see it. And sorry if you take the short bus, but I'm not no short bus motherfucker. I don't ride on the short bus. If you slow, you slow. I know fake shit when I see it. The Black Panthers do not talk like how that dude was talking. He was talking like he was some kind of thug in cosplay, and that's exactly what he was.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit.
Remember, he called himself the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. You got to hear it, go here. There was a reason why he said that, because he is not allowed to call himself the Black Panther Party. He knows what he's doing.
I wanted to see, was Paul Birdsong a blood?
Now, this is Moorish World TV. I will put his link and everything in the description below. You got to hear this guy's whole take on it. I didn't play his whole take, but he really hit a lot of points. And I hope you slow people catch up. Catch up. There's a lot going on right now on the internet. And if you're not quick enough, they're going to fool you.
This is what he says in an article. This is what he says in the article. He says also, he said, I came from gangs. I came from gangs. And originally, that was what my music, my graffiti, my beats, and my life consisted of. As I became an activist, I got deeper and deeper into activism, my life. I got deeper into activism. My life, my music, and my graffiti changed. I now use my talents to enlighten and liberate my people while simultaneously defending my people and our culture from oppression and vultures. All power to the people. Let me stop right there real quick.
That's how you know it's a cointel operation, because he do not want to go against the gangs like y'all mean. He don't want to go against the motherfuckers that oppressing and killing and dealing and stealing every day. He's doing the same divide and conquer, whitey, blame whitey nonsense that COINTEL movements. And all of a sudden, they set that man to the top of the revolutionary ladder because now they screaming this man's name. People in Africa thinking that's the leader of the new Black Panther Party now. People all over the world thinking that man is the leader. And they did that on purpose.
Now, you can see in a lot of his current stuff, he's saying power to the people, no power to the pigs. He's still saying the same shit he used to say when he was a rapper. He's painting graffiti all over the place up in Lansing, Michigan. He's acting like he's a Pyru blood all in Michigan. And the whole time, the Pyru Bloods don't even know this dude.
He brought up that he was a gang. But when asked about his affiliation with gangs, here's what he said.
Ever a gang member called me fake gangster, fake this, fake that from my past. And, you know, I don't care. You know, my goal is not to prove to anybody that I was ever a gang member or that I was ever a thug or what I was locked up for, wasn't locked up for. You know, my goal is to protect my people.
Stop right there.
Oh, no, we running that background. Oh, no, we running that background check, homie. You claim to be some type of OG and some type of set. We want to know what set, who put you down, what you locked up for. We're going to do all that type of shit, boy. That's all coming out.
That's when his fake ass knew shit started catching up to him. He started hearing people say, hey, man, we heard you used to be a blood. Was you a real blood? Man, I ain't got to prove I was blood. I wasn't no blood. I wasn't this. I wasn't that. He was trying to run from it. Wait till I'm telling you on Moore's TV, he digs into his ass, but I'm going to let you listen to a little bit more of it because he still ate his ass up in my little clip.
No one asked him in this article, was he a gang member? He claimed that he was in the gang. But now when people ask him, well, what set you was a part of? What blood or Pyru set that you was a part of?
Now, it appears that Paul was some kind of way affiliated with the Pyrus. But not so fast. It appears that he has self-appointed himself a Pyru, and it appears that he started this in Lansing, Michigan.
Yes, you heard that right. He self-appointed himself right now as a gang member. He just made up a gang on the fly. I'm going to be a part of Pyru. Never contacted anybody in the Pyrus. He decided when in Lansing, I'm going to start a new gang.
Went to the store, got some red bandanas on, went stood in front of that camera and talked about my Pyru homies. Probably been listening to Whack 100 on Clubhouse, so he just said Pyru, bro. He just said Pyru. My Pyru homies. If me and my Pyrus came out here, you ain't gonna show us no picture of this nigga with no bloods or nothing. We can't find none of his enemies. We're not going to find no rivals. Nobody he banged on. All of a sudden they took that and they love that. But that's to try to ruin the reputation of real brothers and sisters coming out them streets who trying to cross over and do the right thing, make us look like a Saturday Night Live skit because of this clown. You see? But now then they set him as the leader of the Black Panther Party. Whew, that's crazy.
Dang. I'm going to start a new branch of the Pyrus. Nobody even knew. This dude did it. Then he claimed he didn't do it. Police was asked about it. The police didn't even know it was a gang in Lansing.
It's becoming more and more fluid every week.
Chief Green says the department is monitoring the situation.
I can't validate that there's any type of gang there, but certainly what has been posted is alarming.
We showed a video.
Police don't even know. Police say, who? The revolutionary salute. Police say, what? Oh, no, man. That's because it's a bunch of ranchers around here and the cowboys be using. This nigga that went to the store and got some red bandanas, put them on, went down the interview talking about Pyru, bro. Fake gang member, fake Black Panther Party leader. But guess what? Real DP, real discipline coming soon. That's going to be real. Pyru, the Bloods, they got to check on that. And new Black Panther Party. I don't give a shit about that statement Malik Zulu Shabazz put out. Nigga, statement. What's that, bro? Wipe your ass with that statement, Malik. Wipe your motherfucking ass with that statement, bro. You got rank and file. Y'all got disciplinary procedures, don't y'all? What happens when a man fools the whole world and comes out and say he the leader of the new Black Panther Party and y'all standing up to ICE agents to now all over the world they saying that's the leader? You think a statement gonna correct that? That's what's wrong with you niggas now, bro. That's what's wrong with you.
To the chief of an interview we did 2 weeks ago with a protester. He talked about protesters in Portland being taken in unmarked vehicles by agents. But during the interview, he talks about gangs in Lansing.
You come try to snatch one of us, the rest of us gonna blast your. You better do that
Why we not with each other? And then you come to Sandhurst with the Pyrus and the gangster disciples is linked up at and try to snatch somebody over there. I dare you. Make sure you get this in the Sandhurst. That's Sandhurst. Come over there, try to take somebody. I dare you. I dare you. Your mama gonna be picking out caskets and flowers.
Now ain't that the same?
You see that? Now you see that? Now that man went to the store, put on some hats, some other youngsters, named some sets that's in California. This type of trauma going on all over America. It's easy for niggas around America to be in their neighborhoods, yell some neighborhoods from California, lie to everybody and say, yeah, man, I want to talk to the OGs down there. You niggas don't know. You make up that's for real. It was real easy back in the day. You nigga make up an OG name. Niggas never go to California, never talk to their OG. You didn't put the block down. He got them youngsters around here and they got the California hats on. That's crazy. And a few years later, this nigga the leader of the new Black Panther Party. Never was no gang member. Nigga, now it ain't no Panther.
Same kind of bullshit. He was just talking to the ICE agents. Now he's saying that he was going to end up shooting some people, some cops or whatever up in Lansing. And now he's talking about to ICE agents in Philly. Oh yeah, safe light repair, safe light replay. He's singing that old bullshit. I'm gonna blow a hole in your chest the size of a window. So he's still talking that gang shit while he's trying to pretend to be a Black Panther, but he's really the Black Panther Party of Self-Defense, aka some fake shit that he made up. Once again, self-appointed, just like self-appointed to be a damn Pyru blood. I told y'all this dude was a fucking phony when I dropped my first video. And everybody's like, you don't know what you talking about. You just a black man trying to hold another black man down. You a black man trying to just separate black people. No, I said, I know fucking frauds when I see one. The Black Panthers don't talk like that.
Very concerning, very concerning. And that's the first time I've seen that video. It's alarming to see that type of video. And definitely we have some great partnerships with our federal partners, our state partners. Would like to get a copy of that video and make sure we do a deep dive and for proper understanding.
It seems that he was bringing this rhythm to Lansing. And the news reports talk about the start of gangs in Lansing, Michigan. They talk about the graffiti in Lansing, Michigan. And it's funny how he talks about how he was doing graffiti and how he's from the West Side and all of this weird stuff as it relates to gang affiliation. But
yeah, go back and listen to the part where the news article was being read. And once you listen to it, he talks about in his music and in his graffiti and all this shit. When you go watch Moore's TVs, trust me, I don't like playing people's entire video on my channel because I don't like stealing other people's content. But what I'll do is I'll get a little bit of it to give you my take on it, so you know how I feel. And then when you go watch Moore's TV, where you're gonna be like, man, dude, we ain't know this dude was that damn fake. This motherfucker out here talk about spray painting shit and graffiti and all this. And then he on a video with Black Panther going, you know, I never had no gang. I don't have to prove if I wasn't in a gang or if I wasn't a gang. I don't have to prove none of that. Motherfucker, the internet is forever.
It seems that the news saying that the gang affiliation or the gang activity started very recent. And it seems to start at the same time when he started talking about gang activity, trying to promote his music.
Hey, bud, look at homie wearing all blue. Stacking at us from across the street. Hey, blood tripping. Check this. Hey, what up, homie? Hey, why don't you let me connect my B with your C and you crip walking, not blood walking. We do that right in front of one time while you over there at the corner scoping us.
And that, my friend, is your Black Panther Party leader. We told y'all that dude was Blanco Panther. His ass ain't no Black Panther. He over here fake rapping, act like a fake ass blood, but then he gonna tell people he ain't never been in no gang. That's because the Pyrus checked his ass and said, hey, stop using our shit. We hear you up in Michigan acting like you a Pyru. You ain't no damn Pyru. We don't know who you are. So now I'm actually Black Panther now. I'm a Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. Yeah. And they actually asked me to start the party. They contacted me and said that to start this party to keep it going. I don't believe that shit. They don't know nothing about this dude. He just making shit up as he goes along.
Crazy to me.
Ain't no fucking way.
Then when you look at all of the background that comes with him saying that he is a part of a gang, or he's a blood and he's a Pyru. He's throwing up hand signals. He's throwing up the rag, the flag, and he's even trying to do the blood walk, if that's what you call it. I mean, he's all over the place with it. But let's get serious. But it seems that he was the one to bring it to Lansing, and once it was in Lansing, Michigan, it seemed like he tucked his tail and ran. But before he tucked his tail and ran, he also was an activist, and this activist that, in this activism, if you will, that he was participating in was We the Free People of Lansing.
Paul Birdsong has been doing an excellent job making sure our voices are heard.
So you hear that weak ass cheerleading shit in the background? It was all, Paul Birdsong is doing a great job in making sure our voices are heard. Because now he's with We the People of Lansing. He's with the new activist group. So he quit being a blood and decided to be a community activist. So you go from being a gang member to now being a community activist. But watch how they do their activism. It's very close to what we see right now.
Making sure we know that our voice matters. He's not in charge. He's forced. We all take group votes on everything. We are the people for the people. All power to the people.
Now in this next clip, you're going to see Paul Birdsong on the loudspeaker, surrounded by some idiots that he's got with him, with shotguns and rifles, dealing with this dude on a motorcycle who was just trying to get from point A to point B. Dude just trying to get through. But they like, oh, well, you can't cut through here because we said so. We run the streets. So they doing gang shit, but calling themselves activists. Why don't you just let the dude cut through on his motorcycle? Let me let you listen to this shit.
You're not going that way. You're not going this way. This way is not an option. This way is not an option. That's a friendly process for me. If you're going to run us over, I'm going to protect my crowd. I'm going to protect my crowd. You can't run anywhere in this direction. You can run that way once we leave, because we got cars behind us right here. But you can't. You see, the problem is when we told you stop, you see the problem. Hold on, stop. When we told you stop, you rev the engine. That's a threat for us because people try to drive through us.
Did you hear that? I wanted you to hear that part, and I'm going to play it again. He said, when you rev the engine, that was a threat to us. This is the same dude right now talking about Renee Good, but she revved her engine, and it was a threat to the ICE officer. And what happened? She went forward, she got shot. But this dude right there, they all got shot. Oh, when you rev the engine, that's a threat to us. But here we are in 2026 with people saying her revving the engine ain't no threat. Her revving the engine is her trying to just get away. But here they are, the same people protesting that shit right now. Just said in this video, when you it's a threat to us. And now look at his stupid ass.
When you told you to stop, you rev the engine, that's a threat to us because people try to drive through us.
And he clearly said, when you rev that engine, it's a threat to us because you might try to drive through us. Is that not what we were saying about the Renee Good situation? Is that not what we just said? And here this Black Panther is protesting against his own shit because he said it to that guy.
He ain't no Panther.
You revving your engine, you're threatening us. We gonna kill you because you might run through us. And now his ass is more power to the people, no power to the pigs. Man, fuck that dude. He fake as shit.
So at the end of the day, all of this stuff is all over the place, So yes, it appears that he was demonstrating some type of blood Pyru behavior. Is it authentic? It doesn't seem that way. Could I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. When you look at his track record, most people that has gang affiliation, and I don't want to be stereotypical because I have friends that that travel in those circles, so I don't want to be superficial, nor do I want to be stereotypical. But most people that travel in those circles, they normally have some form of criminal record. They normally have some type of infractions that is easy to find. With this guy, I can find nothing. I mean, I can find traffic violations. It reminds me of Tariq Nasheed.
So there you have it. You got a fake ass thug who ain't even a real gangster. Then he lies and said he wasn't even in a gang. Now he's running around the streets telling people, don't rev your engine because we might shoot you because we don't know what you're going to do. You're threatening us. Now he's the Black Panther Party for self-defense, and we're going to shoot police officers and we're going to kill ICE and blow holes in ICE. This dude ain't got shit but traffic tickets, walking around pumping his chest out like he all tough shit. Look at our rifles. Look at our rifles. I'm like, bro, they got drones. They got snipers. You walking around with a rifle, you get shot from 300-400 feet away and not even know it's coming. Man, and you got idiots on this internet believing that that dude was for real. And I'm sitting there dropping videos going, he's fake as shit. I had to go find videos to prove he was fake. I didn't even know this shit existed. I had to go find proof that he was fake because I said, he's fake. Black Panthers don't act like that. He's Blanco Panther. He ain't even real. And everybody like, oh, you just a black man holding a black man down. You won't know. You just trying to divide black people. I said, no, I know fake shit. I know fake shit. I'm not slow. I'm not on the short bus. I'm 52 years old. I'm pretty hip to what the fuck is going on around me. So when I see some fake shit going on, I'm going to call it out. And a lot of you slow motherfuckers in my comments, oh, you don't know him. He Black Panther. He this, he that. I'm like, you motherfuckers, man. Wake up. Wait, y'all very slow. Welcome to the barbecue. Hopefully I'll speed your ass up.
Up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me.
When are black people gonna stop fighting for black immigrants who does not respect us and our lineage?
America is so desperate for us to get involved in this ICE fight. Yeah, I'm about to show you the Black Panther group, okay, that they presented. That's supposed to.
To be honest, that's not the Black Panther Party. It don't stand for none of the same things that our Black Panther Party stood for back in the days. They were out here protecting their own people, the people who needed to be protected. The that y'all are trying to protect nowadays don't need your protection.
You see on the news all the time, Renee, you know, everybody say her name, Renee. Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE.
Say her name was made for black women who were constantly, still are, being overlooked in the criminal justice system today.
One more thing before I go to bed. Say her name is for black women.
Hey, so I'm not trying to be rude at all, but say her name is specifically reserved for black women.
Let me tell you something, I'm not for the co-optation. We're not doing that. Say her name is for black women. This is something that people should not have to come on here and correct.
The Black Panthers are a cosplay organization. They get their vest on, you know what I'm saying? They grab a gun and they go out and they march in formation, but they've never actually completed a task for us that we've needed them to complete. I'm not talking about all these little liberal tasks that they be doing, tasks that help everybody. I'm talking about getting things done for us.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to have just an off-the-cuff chat between you and me.
Chairman Paul Birdsong reporting for Active Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that are us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, Black Panther stood with the Mexicans, stood with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, stood with the Japanese, the Vietnamese. We actually, the Black Panthers did a whole campaign to end the Vietnam War because they stood with Vietnam. So for you guys who are talking all of this gibberish about, oh, you guys aren't following traditions of the original, who do you think our leaders are? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther, right? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther who walked with Huey Newton. That's our leadership. And Billy J. Brooks, that was Fred Hampton's right-hand man. So you guys sound stupid, to be honest. You sound like you don't really know what you're talking about. Doing a lot of hooting and hollering and don't really know what you're talking about. If you watch Huey Newton's speech, he specifically says, we are not Black nationalists. We are internationalists. And we stand with all oppressed people across the globe, no matter what your ethnicity is. Come on, man. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You telling us what we're supposed to be doing as Black Panthers, and you don't know the first thing about a Black Panther. All power to the people, though.
I saw this video. I'm going to play the video so y'all can hear some stuff off this clip because I got some shit to say. So y'all know the Black Panther Party, right? The new and approved Black Panther Party. To be honest, that's not the Black Panther Party. It don't stand for none of the same things that our Black Panther Party stood for back in the days. They basically mixed race now. There's a whole bunch of different races in the Black Panther Party. It should no longer be called the Black Panther Party if there's more than just one race in there. Y'all got Asians, y'all got mixed people. The dude that runs it looks like he's mixed. But listen to this shit here because I totally disagree with everything this man just said. Just listen.
Agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line repair, safe line replace, that's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think
he's talking about the white lady.
Brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable.
Y'all protecting the wrong people.
Control the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day.
No, you're not.
More aggressive now, you
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because the Black Panther Party back in the days was all black, copper-colored people. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick. The Black Panther Party back in the days was all copper-colored people. They were out here protecting their own people, the people who needed to be protected. The mother that y'all are trying to protect nowadays don't need your protection. The Black Panther Party was never meant for us to protect everybody else. It was meant for us to protect ourselves because they weren't protecting us. So the Black Panther Party today needs to change their name because they're not the Black Panther Party.
Forces threatening the lives of federal police. Here are the Black Panthers.
I put a hole in their chest the size of a window. We're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Don't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line repair, safe line replace, that's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people. No power to the pig.
So I just saw a video of a black brother. I don't know where he's at. He was heavily armed with an automatic shotgun. And he was representing the Black Panther Party. And his reason for saying that, pretty much in the video was because ICE killed an unarmed woman, as we all know. And something in my spirit was just like, why, out of all the things that happened since like the 80s, why is the Black Panthers, coming back now because of ICE? And ICE is not really, after Black people per se, you feel me? Black Americans, like, shout out Mazos, but you know what I'm saying? And it's just like the dude was like, they coming back more aggressive, and You know, I'm just making the observation and asking the question. What y'all think about this shit? Like, I think the government is just trying to put them back in play because they want us fighting.
Y'all, I don't know what the F is going on. I'm about to show you something. So America is so desperate for us to get involved in this ICE fight that they presented a Black Panther group. Yeah, I'm about to show you the Black Panther group, okay, that they presented that's supposed to.
And on behalf of the Black Panther Party, well, this cop is a good cop and this cop is a good cop. Once they to the slave catcher patrol, and I take it, they call the police officers now, but their name is slave catcher patrol. That's what they is. That's what they always have been. Every Black officer out there, shame on you. You know how the Black police officer came into fruition?
Ma'am, who are these people? Now, before I get into it, I appreciate anybody who is trying to stand up for justice, okay? Whether they are pink, red, green, whatever, right? However, what the is this?
Power to the people. I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one, see a lot of people are asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you something. The Black Panther Party is not a Black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure. The Revolutionary Black Panther Party might be. Any of these variations of Black Panther parties might be. But the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, the one that Huey Newton started with Bobby Seale, is an internationalist organization that stands as allies with oppressed people, no matter what their ethnic background is, no matter what their cultural background is.
When are Black people going to stop fighting for Black immigrants who does not respect us and our lineage? You guys are really out there in Minnesota fighting against ICE agents and shouting against ICE agents for immigrants who are on TikTok every day disrespecting us, saying that we like fried chicken, we have nothing, as if they know every Black American in the world. My thing is, I love the fact that the Black Panthers are out there fighting for what they think is right, but do you not understand that these people does not like us? Do you not understand that the Democrats are fighting for immigrants way more than they are fighting for Black Americans? That is why most of us now are Republicans. And if you think about it, and if you go back into history, there were Black Republicans. You know, the Democrats were the KKK. The Black Republicans were anti-slavery. So do your research. I'm a Republican for that reason.
Yeah. And just open-ended, any comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation?
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will die. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, you know, everybody say her name, Renee. Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE, right? This is a real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're gonna get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because the revolution is in the barrel of a gun, whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice, you don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said it the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one. You know, so and people worried about people being scared of him. Huey P. Newton also said this when somebody asked him, "Don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people?" He said, "My people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here, free hot soup and free clothes." He said, "My people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us now, that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people? Or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify, arm yourself, and keep this mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power.
Everyone in the United States is raving right now because the Black Panthers with the self-defense group just came out to the ICE protests with guns, straight up guns strapped up all over them, ready for war pretty much. And everyone that is not Black is like, oh my God, yeah, the Black Panthers. And like, I've seen a couple Black people that are really happy about it, but I don't know if this is just me, but I'm not really that happy about it. I'm just so tired of it having to be us that it has to always be us that come out, you know, to like save the day. Because I always will feel like white people should be the ones that are holding their fucking guns. You guys hold guns every day, all year long, in hospitals, in schools, in fucking movie theaters, in concerts. You bring your guns everywhere except for where it matters. But of course, leave it to the black people. Leave it to the black people who get caught with a water gun at the age of 3 years old and get shot dead by police on their own lawns to go outside with real guns protesting against the most corrupt police in the Western world.
Panthers are a cosplay organization. They get their vest on, you know what I'm saying? They grab a gun and they go out and they march in formation, but they've never actually completed a task for us that we've needed them to complete. I'm not talking about all these little liberal tasks that they be doing, tasks that help everybody. I'm talking about getting things done for us. Khalid Muhammad went out and physically fought the KKK in the streets. The Black Panthers weren't there, and they ain't been there. Don't come to me with this Fred Hampton nonsense. He's also not here. So in between the time that he's been gone and now, what have they been doing? Nothing but cosplaying. The Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something about a Rainbow Coalition. Every time black people coalesce to get something done, every time we come together and we're like, yeah, man, put our heads together, we ready to crack, we got to include somebody. And what happens besides us getting watered down? What happens? The movement gets destroyed, infiltrated by feds, and they always come through that pipeline, through the coalition pipeline. And you know who's responsible for that? The Black Panthers. I don't care who don't like what I'm saying, because you ain't also busting no grapes, so shut up. I'm sick of cosplayers coming out here and acting like they finna do something. Ain't none of y'all been on real shit since never. Y'all saw people get beat up on Edmund whatever bridge, and ever since then you just been getting the backs kicked in, and ain't not one of y'all, and the ones who do end up getting locked up. We go to prison. That's where we go, to prison. We get locked up. See this frustration, man. It's like I came out of the gate screaming, ready to move, only to have to fight off hordes of non-brothers and sisters, people who wasn't even connected to the black struggle, who wasn't even connected to black anything. I had to beat all them off with a stick just to have a conversation, just to have a solo conversation with another black person. Every time we get ready to start with Khalid Muhammad again, what'd he say? They always got to be in a room. Whenever we come together, somebody else got to be in the room listening. I'm sick of it. Watching the black, I've been keeping my mouth closed on race stuff, on all this stuff, just because it's a lot of stress on the heart. But this right here, seeing this, this Black Panther organization and this whoever, y'all couldn't even put a brother with dreads up. Y'all couldn't have put the blackest man, blackest knight up to say all that weird shit. You had to put that guy up. I said they're not actually a black organization. When communities from down south were infiltrating black communities and dismantling us, no Black Panther was to be found. None of these people were to be found. The only people who came out and said something were the community and black nationalists. And you already know what they say about us black nationalists, how they treat us. You destroy the only true defense force you have and replace it with these Rainbow Coalition wannabe pretending ass cosplayers.
Hello, everybody. I hope all is well. I am Demetra K. And again, I hope you're having a great day. I should say the purpose of the Demetra K Show is to promote Black love, knowledge, and understanding of all things that go on in the Black community to make us an even better people, with the emphasis on even, because we're great people, but we can always strive to do better. I'd like to say a big giant thank you, hello, and welcome to YouTube and Facebook. You are the other side of the conversation. Also, a big giant thank you to my moderators for all that you do in holding down the comment section. It is much appreciated. Today, we're going to continue on with our discussion. I think today will probably be our last day, unless something else happens, right? Black Panther Party founder, Huey P. Newton's niece, has entered the chat, and she basically has slammed the Philadelphia chapter of the Black Panther Party, and she has threatened to sue for the tomfoolery that we have witnessed over the last, I guess, couple of weeks at this point. But in the meantime, let's give everybody a moment to come on here. So let's see, who do we have? We have Mike Nice in the building. Doug, what's going on with you? JJ, what is up? Albie Chill. And speaking of Albie Chill, did y'all see that Albie Sure and Lunel are together? So they say. I think they playing with us. But then again, you never know, right? Cloudness, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Troy, what is up to you? Maureen, hope you're having a great day. Sister Cynthia, how are you? And Sister Sunlight, hope you're having a great evening as well. And Kevin, what's going on with you? General Overture, hope you're doing well. S. James in the building. Arson, what is going on with you? Elder Dwayne, Black Women Stand Up. Priscilla, and that's it that I see so far. So yes, there's a, y'all see me scrunching my hair. That when y'all see me playing with my hair, that means I'm tired. Candy, how you doing? Long time no see. There's just so much going on. Like, you know, throughout the weeks, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday, I have to switch hats all day long, right? So I might be doing the African Diaspora News Channel at 11 a.m., you know, different angles, the Black Panther Party debacle, I guess maybe we'll call it that, or fiasco, or I don't know, mystery, as continuing. So I'm just going to give you a brief recap. I won't go through all the things that I've gone through, but of course, you guys know that the Trump administration is in Minnesota, and they have been doing a lot of ICE activity. Originally, Trump said about 2,000 ICE agents, Border Patrol, and things like that in there. Now it seems like it's over 3,000. And we saw the Minnesota Police Department today speak out against the Trump administration as far as what they're doing. The police chief talked about how some of his off-duty officers have even been profiled until they showed them their badge or whatever it is and said, hey, I'm law enforcement. And then he said from that point, they backed off like, oh, okay. But before they identified themselves, he said that, yeah, they was, you know, full on harassing, profiling. He says his officers of color. That's what he said. And so he's basically saying it's a lot going on here. We don't need that. Said that they have talked to ICE agents and other people within the immigration. They said, yeah, that's not normally how we get down. This stuff that y'all seeing, you know, now they're like, that's not who we are. So it's a lot. So of course, you guys know, a couple of weeks ago, Renee Good, a white woman, you know, she lost her life by the hands of an ICE agent. She was in the middle of the street with her wife and everything. So of course, we've seen a lot of conversation and rhetoric go on. And then the Black Panther Party in Philadelphia has entered the chat. Now, for the sake of a recap, I'm going to show y'all his video, and I won't show y'all all the other stuff, but I'm going to show y'all from this standpoint, all of the people that are coming out and saying, yeah, this dude is a joker, for lack of better words. And now we're at the end, you're going to see a video of Huey P. Newton's niece and what she has to say. So let's do a recap here.
This agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I'll put
Did
them
y'all hear
the size
that?
of a window.
Hold
Safe
on.
line repair, safe line replace.
Did y'all hear that at all? I'm going to wait, see what y'all say in the comments, if y'all heard it. I'm just waiting to see if y'all heard it. Let me see. Maybe I got to do something on my end. Hold on 1 second. It's very low. Okay, hold on. Oh, it was playing. So, okay, it's on my end. Okay, give me 1 second. I know what I think I know what I have to do. Hold on a second. There. Okay, I couldn't hear it. Okay, so I think I got y'all. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that.
ICE agent ever run up on me, I guarantee you they won't. I'll put in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed women was by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, we're trying to find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry big guns and we don't take no places where there are a lot of immigrants at. I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with a shot. It's a semi-automatic. That means them shot shells that shoot up a pump, they do them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got body armor and walkie-talkies that makes them immune to whatever the people will do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the people. No power to the pig.
All right, so again, that was a recap, and that was Chairman Paul Birdsong from Philadelphia, saying he was going to get it crunk. He would get it crunk. They wouldn't have touched Renee good if he was there, this, that, and the other. There, in a sense, to protect, against the ICE raids, I guess, illegal immigrants or whatever it is. All right, so from that point, there's been a lot of conversation from a whole lot of people, from people saying, we're so happy to see them, about time they've shown up, whether it's white folks, it's Latinos, and even a lot of Black people, right? They're so happy it's about time. Well, of course, there's a lot of other people like, not so fast. This dude, he just, in a sense, came out of nowhere. Now, it should be said from what I saw, he said that he joined the Black Panther Party in Philadelphia due to the George Floyd situation where Derek Chauvin put a knee to his neck for 10 minutes, taking his life. So he said from that point, he was recruited and activated, and somehow he became the chairman all of a sudden. Okay, well, of course, there's a lot of people who have come out and said, yeah, no. And again, I showed y'all this on Sunday and earlier today. This is P. Ray for Congress. She is in Chicago. She is illustrated there on her Twitter feed that she had a conversation with Fred Hampton Jr. And she says, I just got off the phone with Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. He said to stop sharing the video of these fake Black Panthers because all we're doing is giving them validity. He said they are agent provocateurs and are looking to sour the name of the organization. And again, she proved that she was indeed talking to him. At least that's what she put up, right? The phone conversation log, I guess that's what it is. So that is obviously the son of Fred Hampton, who had his life taken from him in Chicago in 1969 due to an infiltration of the FBI and the police department there. Okay, so let's take that down. Then, of course, y'all heard from this particular gentleman, Mike Payne.
National leader of the original Black Panther Party here. We have received many emails from people asking what is our official stance on the ICE situation. I need you all to listen and understand what I'm telling you. We, the original Black Panther Party, in good conscience cannot risk life and limb of our people for groups of people who have not risked life and limb for us. Just because we have a common enemy, that does not equate to us having a common problem. If this was so, now listen to me. If we had a common problem and enemy, where were the immigrants or even the Black immigrants as a whole when Breonna Taylor, Tyree Nichols, Trayvon Martin, Rollin Hill, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, where were you at when our people are murdered in the streets, slaughtered in cold blood by an agency that now hunts you? But now that injustice has touched your door, we have something in common. The Black agenda must come first. We are still working on in-house unification. We cannot afford to divide our ranks to help individuals who have not been reciprocatory. Black citizens, we are not the target. Sure, like anything else, a few Black citizens get stopped, hassled, and ID'd. That's been happening to us for 400 plus years. The difference now is we aren't who they're looking for. We don't mean this in a harsh way to any community that migrated here and are targets of ICE. But legal or illegally, this has been our experience since our shackle feet touched the Virginia soil. Welcome to America.
All right, now, so again, that was Mike Payne, and he is, so he says, a leader of the original Black Panther Party, and he even called out Black immigrants. He says basically nobody has been there when Black Americans have been getting it from every angle. Again, he says right now we're not the target, of course, because ICE is out there looking for illegal immigrants. And we also have heard people say, oh, well, you're next. And to a lot of people's point, where are you going to deport us to? Right? We're Black Americans. We're not going anywhere. This is where we're from. So he was like, we got a lot of in-house unification that needs to take place. We don't have time to be going off and saving illegal immigrants, for lack of better words. And so he was pretty much denouncing, you know, the foolishness of Chairman Paul Birdsong. All right, now. So I saw this video of Huey P. Newton's niece, Maisha Newton, and she had some pretty, you know, strong words. Now, she had some stronger words on her TikTok profile, but I was like, yeah, I can't use a lot of that because she from California for real. But here we go.
My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. If you don't believe me, we just came out with the second book, The Roots of the Revolutionary. This is the roots of Huey P. Newton, okay? That's my father, okay? These are our grandparents, okay? There go Huey right there, okay? I got birth certificate paperwork and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to, listen, this goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys are... You are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court.
All right. So, okay, again, that was Sister Maisha Newton. She is the niece of Huey P. Newton. Of course, you guys know that Huey P. Newton, along with Bobby Seale, is the founders of the Black Panther Party, especially there in Oakland, California. And that is, you know, the 10-point program there with that. But so her uncle, obviously is the one on this side of me with the weapon. So that is her uncle, and she does not like, and again, I've been on her profile, does not like what she has been seeing regarding, you know, Philly and I guess some other organizations, I guess. And she says, yeah, we are going through the process. That's what she says,
Not from Philly.
filing a lawsuit of cease and desist. Because she feels like her uncle's name is being defamed. Right. So that's getting very interesting. And of course, she's not happy with the fact that she said Somalians, right? But the Somalis, but they're in Philly. I'm not sure if there's Somalis there, but definitely, you know, there's ICE activity there. And that's what Chairman Birdsong was saying, that they're going to be out there patrolling against ICE. And I've seen some videos of him, you know, getting up in a police officer's face and, you know, kind of sort of, and getting them told and all this other stuff, calling the Black police officers, you know, slave catchers and all this other stuff. Now, I should say that it appears from what people are digging up, because, you know, one thing the internet is going to do is go digging, is that he also wears a lot of hats. I guess at one point in time, he was in a part of the Pyrus and the Bloods in LA. Sounds like his dad may be one of the founding members of the Pyrus. I've seen different stories, so I don't know. I didn't go digging for that myself, but I just kind of seen some of the conversation. And just a couple other things. You know, it seems like he kind of jumps around a lot from what people are saying from different states and cities. So I guess that's why a lot of people are saying, okay, is this dude a plant? Like, who sent him? What is his agenda? Because it seems like he came out of nowhere. Then I guess they're saying he's a rapper. I don't know what he is. The guy I saw him with on the video was a very Black man. Now, I don't know if he's Black American, but the man who called Paul his son is a very Black man. Now, I don't know what his mama is. It seems like he may be mixed or whatever it is, right? But this was in LA, and yeah, he had on the red and all of that. So I guess time will tell, or, you know, somebody will actually do some digging as to see who he is, okay? Now, of course, we should also say that from the first video that I showed you, he basically said that the guy who shot that video spliced it together wrong. So he edited it to kind of make it seem like he was a little bit more badass than he really is, because he's like, I'm not out there trying to target ICE, but the video that I just showed you made it seem like it was so, right? But as I watched it, I'm like, well, did you say those things at all, whether it was spliced up or not? Because the things that you did say was pretty incendiary. You know, you pretty much let ICE know that I'm on your bumper. Anytime you want to get froggy, I'm elite, right? That's kind of the message he was sending, but he's kind of seemed like backed off of it a tiny bit. So the other thing too is I was like, okay, well, now I'm curious. Who owns the the Black Panthers? So it doesn't sound like anybody owns it per se, but the Huey P. Newton Foundation here is owned and operated. I'm going to show y'all the board in just a minute, but this is the foundation. So as you can see, it says preserving the history of the Black Panther Party. And let's see. Let's see. The widow, Huey P. Newton's widow, Frederica Newton, and the co-founder, David Hilliard, they, I guess, run the particular foundation. Okay, so as I was looking, I said, okay, that's interesting. I didn't even know that there was one, I guess. So as I saw, nobody owns the Black Panther Party per se. Again, founded by that of Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. But then as I got to looking on the website, this is what I found. So Frederica Newton, that's his widow. So you can see she's a co-founder, former Black Panther Party member, and the widow of Huey P. Newton. And then the other people there, I see a couple of women there. Lori, she is the director of special projects and fundraising, I guess. And then Karen, director of communications. So, that's the board, for a lack of better words. I don't know if that means anything. And Sean Lynch, I think he's an ex-football player or something like that. David Newton, I'm assuming maybe, yeah, there you go, the nephew of Huey P. Newton. So there's who owns Huey P. Newton's foundation and things like that. And I guess within that foundation, they do the preservation of the Black Panther Party. And it says that they preserve and promote the legacy, history, and ideas through museums and educational materials and monuments. So I'm just putting that up there. That is what I found. So again, doesn't look like anybody per se owns the Black Panther Party. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because she said that they were going to sue. And I guess particularly in the name of her uncle, Huey P. Newton, because she feels like Paul Birdsong and whoever else is defaming, I guess, her uncle's legacy. I guess that's kind of what I'm putting two and two together, her uncle's legacy. So they're going to send him a cease and desist. And I thought, well, that's pretty interesting, because is the Black Panther Party owned, and how does that work, right? Because there's so much out there. I mean, like I said, a lot of y'all probably heard of the new Black Panther Party. So I don't know if that's separate, and maybe I should look, but separate from the old Black Panther Party, because it's, called the new Black Panther Party, and I've seen them here and there. So there's a lot of Black Panther Party activity, if you will, and it alludes that they're not, I guess, on the same page. I don't know, just kind of what I'm getting. So I understand where she's coming from. You ain't gonna be, putting my uncle's name out there any and every kind of way with the foolishness, because we know what happened to the Black Panther Party, right? We know that they were targeted by COINTELPRO under J. Edgar Hoover and Ronald Reagan when they were carrying guns at the state capitol there in California. Ronald Reagan, who was the governor under the Mulford Act, said, yeah, we're not going to be open and carrying no more. We're going to have to conceal, specifically due to the Black Panther Party, showing force with their weapons. And of course, I think I've put the picture up here and there, but it's a very famous picture of them on the state capitol. And that sent a shockwave through white America. They're like, absolutely not. We cannot have that at all. And we cannot have them thinking that they can inspire other Black folks to do the same thing. So we know that Huey P. Newton was about that life. Now I want to get into all the other stuff that happened. But, when he first started off, he was about the liberation of Black people. So to her point, I'm not sure what Paul Birdsong's motivation is, if he is a plant. Now, somebody said that I guess he had gotten in some trouble or something. They said that earlier. And so as I thought about it, I said, okay, well, sometimes when people get in trouble with the law, they sometimes have to do or agree to do favors for the po-po, right? Like I'll be an informant. Because that's kind of the story of most informants. They're like, okay, I'm gonna get some time off. So all I gotta do is go do A, B, C, and D, be an informant or whatever, and y'all gonna, you make it go away type thing. So that could be a thing. I don't know. But he said, and I guess it is said that the Philly chapter, they do free food giveaways and things like that. Some of the tenets of the Black Panther Party. But as far as getting out there and saying that they gonna, have an okay corral with ICE, yeah, that don't sound like the rest of the Black Panther Party, from what I've illustrated, is on board with that at all. So I want to see what y'all have to say about the niece of Huey P. Newton, who has now entered the chat and said that she gonna put some paperwork on him because she does not want her uncle's name defamed or in the mud or any foolishness at all. So I want to see what you guys have to say. And hopefully I can get to most of y'all comments, because I see there's a lot in here. So let me go all the way back to the top. Y'all wish me luck. All right, where did I leave off? And Brother Don, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Cynthia says, yes, indeed. She said that she's going to sue them fake imposters. So yeah, it remains to be seen. I'm curious as if she can sue, right? And under what premise she can sue. So I guess we'll find out, right? Let's see. Going down. Quan, how you doing? The MC Fact, what's going on with you? Quan, he says, greetings upon this day, FBA Freeman family. Personal note, I'm glad, thankful you are bringing a discussion, thus this conversation about these posers, especially because we are from, and you have an emoji there that I can't see. My eyes aren't that good. But yes, indeed. And King Noble says, I'll be sure singing Naturally Mine for Lunel. I don't know. You know what? Maybe they both decided, hey, we've been in these streets too long. I know Lunel's husband just passed away. And I'll be sure, I don't know. Last time I saw him, right? I saw him at the Galleria. He was with a woman. I thought that was his girlfriend. So ain't no telling. They probably about to do a project or something, but I don't know. It remains to be seen. Arsenio says, yeah, I heard Texas and even Florida have been getting some cold. It's nothing to me, but good luck to all of you guys. So yeah, you're in Canada where it's really cold, right? Moniz, what's going on with you? No. P. Monsell. Look, I'm gonna put this up here because y'all names be ran together. How you doing? I don't need no man. Stop telling me I do. Let's see. Sister Shirley, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Summer Cloud. You said okay, so good. I'm glad that y'all can hear me. It was something on my end. Diesel Purge, what's going on with you? Tracy, how you doing? All right, and Sharon, how you doing? It says Demetri, are they the only person that did a deep research? He says, Demetri, you are the only person. Okay, got you. That did a deep research on this issue. I don't know if I'm the only one, and I don't know how deep I went. I just tried to find some extra information because one thing I learned about doing this is, going with the narrative that's on the internet, it'll get you in trouble. You'll have to do a lot of retractions, a lot of oops. Well, I heard what everybody else was saying it. Well, it's like everybody else was saying it because somebody else was saying it, and that somebody else didn't do their research. So, I just try to, I like the research because when I do that, I learn, and then I can bring what I learned, to everybody else. And I learned a lot from y'all as well. So yeah, thank you. Night, how you doing? Let's see, G1 92921. How you doing? It says very good. Okay. Passport King, how you doing? So okay, good. Y'all can hear me. Tony, what's up? He says, yes, she's on. Let's go. No reparation, no vote. You better tell him again, right? We need our money. So Robert, how you doing? So you say he's an agent. Okay. So I see a lot of people saying they believe Mr. Birdsong to be an agent. I don't think he anticipated the attention he's getting. I think he thought he was just, I don't know, showed up to an ICE protest and woo, 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 woo. And it poof, it went viral, right? I don't think he was anticipating that. So he might be sitting somewhere like, damn, I didn't know it was going to do all of that. It's like, it was just a perfect storm. If you ask me, ICE is running around, doing some things maybe they shouldn't be doing. And, You hear about people losing their lives due to ICE agents, and then here comes the Black Panther Party, because people have been asking, hey, where are the blacks? Right? Where are the Black Americans? Black Americans are just like, we here, we're watching it. We're just not out there. So then you enter in the Black Panther Party, so-called, right? And it goes viral, it takes off. So I think he bit off more than he could chew, and he probably realizes that, which is why he made that other video saying, yeah, that is not exactly how it happened. So yeah, Black Butterflies, how you doing? Says YNs, what? Entree, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you for that. He says he's so full of crap. Yeah. Sister Cynthia says, Lord, forgive him. He look and sound like a damn fool. Yeah, I think he got out there a little bit too premature with the foolishness. Jeff, how you doing? Says they are sending silly people out there to represent. Yeah. Another thing, speculation is too, is he sent out there to get the rest of us out there. Like, well, if the Black Panthers are out there, then we should be out there too, And there's some people who said they would sign up, and they, where do I sign up? And I talked about it earlier in the African Diaspora News Channel, where they was like, they being the white people, like, where do we sign up? And they have a White Panther Party, by the way, that's been around almost as long as the Black Panther Party. That is kind of the answer to the Black Panther Party. They are anti-racism. So they're not anti-Black, they're anti-racism. And they, kind of believe in the same things that the Black Panther Party does. Cultural Media TV, how you doing? Says phony is a $3 bill. They need to stop using our identity for their benefit. And I'm not quite sure what that guy is, but people have their speculations. Robert, he says, like Grandmaster J, NFAC, not effing around coalition. Yeah, he's doing about a 7-year bid in the feds due to being accused of pointing his weapon at a federal agent in Kentucky. Again, I saw the footage and the videos and the pictures. I didn't see him do that, but when they want you, they gonna get you. Which is why a lot of people are like, okay, man, you ain't studying history, right? Nancy Fact says, don't need no real Black Panther. He says, don't know real Black Panther care about the undocumented. This dude has been paid off. The Panthers of the past, back in the day, we are about FBA's, period. And my thing is, I don't know, what if for like some organization like the Democrats, or I don't know, somebody else sent them, say, hey, get out there. And maybe everybody else, because everybody's been asking the Black Americans, are saying, this is your fight. How dare you say this is not your fight? It's your fight. We've heard them tie it to slavery and the KKK, all these other things. And they're just trying to, I guess, maybe find that one word to it that'll trigger us to get out there and say, aha, we're going to get out there and protest, but they haven't been successful. So anything's possible. Big Hair, how you doing? Says, why is he talking like he just watched the old videos from the 60s? Black Panthers over and over, like Martin did and Blue Streak. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of videos just kind of doing the research of him, and he's got James Brown playing in the background, the big payback, and he walking tall, he talking tough, what he gonna be doing. And it's like, man, you coming on a little too strong. So yeah, well, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. MJ, what's going on? Says you're not buying it. JBWR, what's going on with you? Renz, how you doing? Shanette says, how you doing? Says, when these things were done to Black Americans, nobody cared as an American freeman. I don't care. Yeah. And, it's sad, but we've been pushed to this point. Now, I don't want to say I don't care. And I want to be careful when I say this, because I believe ICE is important. ICE is making sure people are not here, and going to do some things like some, 9/11, because there's a lot of conspiracy theories out about that. But they have a job to do. And so when you see people out there fighting ICE, it's like, so what you're saying is you don't want them to get the illegal immigrants out of here? That could be dangerous. And in a lot of cases, we've heard that they are dangerous. Especially Dakara, her last name escapes me, but she was a young Black woman who had her life taken from her by an illegal immigrant who did some pretty terrible things to her. And we haven't heard a Democrat or any of these protesters mention her name at all. So yeah. Sharon says, is Birdsong Group charter to the organization? That's a good question. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it, because you have, the descendants of the Black Panther Party members denouncing it. So that doesn't sound like they even know who he is. I mean, if they do, they haven't said. So it's very interesting. Bobby, how you doing? Says the Puerto Rican Panthers are a joke. You know what? Again, I saw his father. I think that's his father. I don't know. Don't quote me. But he looks like a very black man. Noah, how you doing? Says Pedro Panthers ain't got no motion out here. Y'all got so many names. Buckhorse, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Y'all's kids, how you doing? Salute to you as well. Archie says, I saw that video before. And honestly, I feel like who the hell is this guy? I might have fallen for it. But seriously, I think it's safer that you Black Americans ignore it all just to be safe. Yeah. And I want to say shout out to Black Americans for saying, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe, because we've done that before and look where it's gotten us. You know, for falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I always talk about Jim Jones in Guyana. Y'all know that happened in the 70s. He was a white man, but I don't know, maybe because it was the black and white pictures that he appeared, that he was maybe could have been black, very ambiguous. I think he was from Louisiana, but he started off in San Francisco, I think it was. Yeah, with the People's Temple. And a lot of those people in the temple were us, right? Of course, he got them to sell all of the property and pool all their money together. And they went off to Guyana to start over because the United States government was horrible. Again, white man, but he had a mostly, black congregation. So they left up out of here. And, everybody thought they was going off for a fresh start. And then shortly after they got over there, they was like, you want to sleep with who? You want to sleep with my wife? You want to sleep with my husband? You messing with the kids? Right? Because he wasn't doing all that when he was here. But when he got over there where it's like, hey, we are the law, right? That's when people started saying, I think we've made a mistake, right? Falling for the banana in the tailpipe. So, okay, they alerted the United States. Said, hey, I think we catching the bad one over here. We need y'all to come over here. So a senator, I forget his name, he did go over there with his delegation per se, and they checked everything out, and everything seemed to be pretty cool. And they was like, well, there's nothing to see here. But when he was going to his plane, somebody slipped him a note. And the note said, don't believe what you see. This is all some BS, right? We're faking it. Hell. So as a senator was, he turned around and he went to confront Jim Jones, said, hey, somebody gave me a note and I'm going to go get A, B, C, and D. Well, old Jimmy Jim was like, mix up this Kool-Aid and forced a lot of people who look like us to drink the Kool-Aid. One man gave a testimony about his mama who they told, don't go. This man ain't who you think it is. Don't go. And she's like, I'm going all the glory. I'm going over there to Guyana, start anew. He said when they found his mama, every joint in her body was dislocated. You know why every joint in her body was dislocated? Because they had to force her to take the Kool-Aid. She was trying to get away. She didn't want to take the Kool-Aid to the point where she dislocated almost every joint in her body. So I tell that story is because I don't want to say it's just us. I kind of look into cults a little bit, but thinking about that, that's the banana in the tailpipe. Because people tried to tell, those people who look like us, right? And that guy's mama, don't do it. So we are learning not to be the person, and no disrespect to his mom, but we're learning not to be that person that, no, I changed my mind because it's too late. We're starting to question and say, who sent you? What's your angle? Why I got to be doing A, B? See what I'm saying? So big ups to us. So I know it's kind of a horrible story, but I like to tell it because I think people need to hear it. That's what don't drink the Kool-Aid comes from. At least ask what's in it. Like how many scoops of sugar you put in it? So yeah. Renee, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Miss Natty Locks, what's going on? Ener Jet EV Charge, how you doing? Says Shackle Feet Touch Virginia Soil. Yeah, okay, we've been here since he said that. I question whether he is also an agent or just an uninformed. Well, I mean, he's not uninformed. All of us weren't here in America. Some of us come from the motherland. So yeah, were there some people here?
A lot of us is already here.
But all of us didn't come from or we're not indigenous to America as Black Americans. Some of us did come through the transatlantic slave trade, so he's not wrong.
Small
That's
number.
where the slave ships first touched down, from what they said, is in Virginia, right? So I don't know why we got to question what he's saying. I mean, you could look at any book. I have some over there and see that what he's saying is true. So we got to stop doing that too. Like, we should ask questions, but every time somebody says something that we're not informed of, we don't have to disqualify them. At least, get some knowledge of what they're saying, whether it's true or not, and then come with who his people. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right, so skipping down, I'm so sorry I'm behind. Beverly, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Who else haven't I seen on here? And then Sister Shirley says they are trying everything just to get us into the streets. It won't be me. I don't care what it is. I'm not going out there, because the easiest way to protest is with your money. Why we can't hold our money? Why I got to put feet to the street and potentially get, a pew or go to jail and catch? Why I got to do all that? It's easy for me to say I'm not spending no money with you. Right? We're Black Americans. We've done that kind of stuff before. Our ancestors have, right? We've shut things down or whatever. We can do it now. And that's what I said. All these people out there protesting, if you really want to send a message to the man, just stop spending your money with him. But like I said, most of those people out there protesting just got through ordering something on Amazon. Now, is it Jeff Bezos' fault? No, but he's definitely in bed with Trump. And when Jeff Bezos' pocket start hurting, he going to say, hey, Trump, can we have a conversation? Right? So you can't, that's why I say a lot of it is disingenuous. You can't be talking about, I'm a protest, but then you go on and you keep putting money in these people's pockets. If you wanted to hurt them, hurt them in the pockets. But, people want to get out there, I guess, because of the, the visuals of it. I don't know. Sarah, how you doing? Says, but did they trademark the name Black Panther Party? That's a good question. I would imagine maybe somebody has, but that's a good question. I didn't have a chance to look, but you asked a good question. So Glow here, how you doing? Says the fake new Black Panthers are feds. You saw one video when they were marching and making threats while the white cops are laughing behind them. Yeah. And I guess what they're doing, making threats, you can't do that. So it's like, what's really going on here? But they can assemble, even with their pews, depending on where they are. Elle, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Family business, what's going on with you? Says, y'all better lay off that Black revolutionary stuff. Yeah, I mean, you the most revolutionary thing you can do is stop putting money into the system that's oppressing you. That's the most revolutionary thing you can do. Getting out there in the streets and fighting and hollering and throwing snowballs, you're actually just fueling the system. If they can't put a case on you and it sticks, now you're filling that bed in those prisons, right? The investors are happy. Hell, if I was an investor into the prison industrial complex, I'm like, yes, those protesters look like dollar signs to me. Lock them up. Like that white man said, lock them up. Lock them up. That's money for us. And then when they get in here, we'll, have them keep getting in trouble, and they just keep getting more and more time, and they never get out, right? That's what, if I was an investor, that's what I would see. But that ain't revolutionary, getting out there doing all of that. You shut this mess down in a week. Everybody, if they decided to keep their money, but that's La La Land. I guess El Buddha, what's going on with you? Says they should be able to send his A back to Puerto Rico if that's where he's from. I guess we really don't know just yet. I'm sure to come out. There's somebody on the case. I'm quite sure of it. Uncle G, how you doing? Says there's even somebody running around claiming to be the son of Huey P. Newton. He doesn't have any children, from what I understand, or he didn't. Right? Am I mistaken in that? He doesn't have any children, so I guess maybe he's the love child. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Huey didn't know. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people come out of the woodworks. Thomas, how you doing? Says, how's it going, folks? It's going marvelous. Cannot complain. Elder Dwayne, what's going on with you? Says he might be a part of an insurrection group. We never know, but I don't trust him yet. Yeah, I mean, he just came from nowhere. Mr. Norris, how you doing? And say it'd be cold, but you're still, oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Says, whatever you're doing is working well. Looking at you, I don't even know what he said. Something about your voice. Well, I appreciate that. When I get off here, I'm gonna give you some tea, because when I talk a lot. And and sometimes people don't think that's a good thing. But when I talk, my voice gets kind of like sandpaper. But I appreciate you. And how you doing today? Mama T was good. Hope you're doing well. Says Birdsong is an imposter. Sounds like Negroes. Where have you been? Long time no see. Let's see who else has stepped on in here. Jeff, You say, I got Huey P. Newton's tatted on my head, a real one. For real? On your forehead? He says, the Templars own Freemasonry. Okay, that's above my head. I guess I have to figure out what that is. Hang out with the press. How you doing? It says, like the idea of new Black Panther movement for the new generation. It's time for change. Public officials have gotten out of line in their duties anyway. Stand up for us all. Sounds great to me. Yeah. But what power do we have as Black people? When I say power, I mean, like an army in a sense. I mean, even Birdsong, whatever his name is, he only had a few people out there. So what is he? I mean, like logically, I know it looks good and it's cute. He's he's out there against the man. But what power do we have against the United States government? I mean, they went and stole a whole country and kidnapped a president. And I'm not speaking down on us, but I don't know. What are we gonna do? We gonna run up in the White House? Like, I don't know. To me, the best way we could make change is vote responsibly. And for our young boys, yeah, they need some sort of discipline. I don't hate a military type thing. Nation of Islam, they have the Fruit of Islam, right? The FOI, and they have the young soldiers up in there. So yeah, they need some discipline, but we're more powerful with our vote and our money, I think. So let's see, skipping on down so I can make sure I can try to get everybody. Marjorie, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing well. Tracy, what's up? He says cease and desist or sue him then. Well, that's what she said she's gonna do. It remains to be seen, right? Tiffany, what's going on? Says they tried to DEI the Black Panthers. That's crazy. Corey, is that you? He says if the youth want to make a similar organization like the original 1966 Black Panther Party, they need to disassociate from the Black Panther Party. They ain't completely. COINTELPRO has destroyed Panthers. Destroyed what they were when they're at their full glory. But they did that to Marcus Garvey and the UNIA as well. So that's why I say the United States government, when they want you, they gonna get you. So it's like, don't be giving them no reasons. You know what I mean? Fly under the radar. But they can't make you spend money. Right? EO, how you doing? Says sue for $500 million. It's a lot of money. One who cares. How you doing, Willie? What's going on with you? Says none of them should use the new. So you're talking about use the name. Got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but other people have tried to become other groups, right? The NFAC. I can't name them all, but there's a lot of other people out there who tried to do something like the Black Panther Party. Is it the same mission? I don't know. Again, what happened to the NFAC? It almost went away. And they have this saying, if you chop off the head per se, then the body, it also goes. And so in a sense, that's what they did with the NFAC with Grandmaster Jay. They got rid of the leader. And I think they tried to stick around for a little bit. But after that, it just, where are they now type of thing. I think they had the right idea, but you just almost got to know when you show that kind of force as Black folks in America, the government is like, you won't be doing that long. You know what I mean? So yeah. Diesel Purr says they should trademark the name. I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe somebody will know if it's trademarked the Black Panther Party. Quan says the Black Panther Party was co-opted by Eldridge Cleaver, and then it got all mixed up. Eventually it became, as we just seen, under his namesake. Yeah, there's a lot going on. My aunt, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Bobby, you says, who cares? Just stand away from this group. Yeah, well, you can stay away from that group, but it can have ramifications for everybody else. And the Black Panther Party, who is doing what they're doing without all of that, it could have negative effects on them. Because if you're out there in the name of the Black Panther Party and you are not that, or you don't have permission to be talking the way you talking, yeah, that could be negative for everybody, And the last thing that we need, especially as Black Americans, to have more attention from the United States government on us. Right now, they busy. As Mike Payne said, they busy with everybody else. That's not to say we're not still getting it, but right now they're focusing on everybody else. So then you have the Black Panther Party out there, Paul Birdsong and them, doing all that grandstanding. That's not going to end well unless he's a plant, So I don't know. Let's see. Sonia, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Going down. Janice, what's going on? She says, good. We got to show those people who are non-Black Americans that we will gatekeep everything that is ours. Yeah, we have to start doing that because we have the conversation about gatekeeping stuff, but we don't have the pink slip to it. We don't have ownership to the stuff that is ours, whether it's hip hop or whatever it is. We just don't own it. We know who own it. You know, like I said, it's sad when you see something like a group like Salt and Pepper who are still fighting for their masters. They're like the triple OGs in the game. It's like, damn, they can't have their masters. I mean, they've been around since the early 80s. And they still trying to get their masters. So, yeah, hip hop belongs to us, but does it belong to us when you got to take the man to court for your work? Rosande, how you doing? Says, I live in Philadelphia and never seen these posers. So there you go. Look like they just kind of came up, right? D Wood, how you doing? Says, question, has the Newton family trademark Black Panther? Otherwise, they may have their work cut out for them when they take this fake group to court. Yeah, that is a great question. I don't know. She's talking like she does, right? Says her family, they already started on the paperwork, so it remains to be seen. Dorothy, how you doing? Hope that you are well. I'd love to read everybody's comments, but it's a lot of y'all. I need Roger says Black people are on code. We already said we ain't coming outside. Nope. And there's a big push to get us out there. There's some of them who ain't got the memo. I saw this one brother. I don't know if he was Black American per se, but the day that Renee Good, you know, she got it. He got it straight to the face with some pepper spray from one of those, you know, pepper spray weapons. Straight to his face. And I thought, well, now why are you out there? Why? So there's a few of us out there. When I say us, I mean, you know, out there trying to make a change. It's like, okay, you're going to change yourself out of the clothes you in into the prison blues. You keep on. Classic, how you doing? Says they steal everything we do or make. Yeah, but of course, we open the gates, don't we? Come on in. Come on to the picnic. Come on. Then they come in and they run away with the mac and cheese recipe. And then we mad. Sean, how you doing? Hope that you are well. Ickaboy says Sister D had a chopper. He said that's why I blurred it out. A chopper in his hand. I think that would turn heads and grab a plethora of attention. Yeah. So with that the man ain't came and knocked on your door that we know of. Are you in on it? I don't know. Let's see, Sister Cynthia, thank you so much for this love and appreciate you. Says the Latinos in the Nation of Islam do come out and support, and I want to say thank you for the Abel Muhammad and David Muhammad. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, they are about that life for real, and you know, ideally there should be Black and brown unity. It should be Black, brown, you know, yellow, red, or whatever else unity, because we all got the same enemy, but that same enemy has taught us to hate each other. So now we got to, you know, be for self. And because the Black community is dilapidated in a sense, we got work to do before we go, you know, joining hands and all that. But yeah, that ideally, that's what it should be. And the oppressor, you know who they are. They know that, which is why they do such a number to keep us all fighting against each other. When we all fight, they're like, that's more time that we can buy. Now their time is up. But they feel like, okay, as long as they're not getting together against us, we got just a little bit more time. But yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. Saint Michael of Cigarillo, how you doing? Said Democrat Panthers is such a blatant psyops. So you think it's the Democrats? It might be. J Money, how you doing? Says I have to lace my little brother up. Supposedly he tried getting my brother involved. There's also another Panther with another guy out in Austin. Okay, so he tried to recruit him. It's like, yeah, don't do that because you don't know who this dude is, you know. New Netter. I'll just put this up here. I don't want to mess your name up. Says, I'm so glad somebody from the original Black Panther Party speaking out about these frauds. I think you're saying, oh yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing more and more of them come out and say, yeah, wait a minute. Willie, how you doing? Says this guy is in attention. He says FBA this is BS. To say the least. Lord Business, how you doing? Says Birdsong versus National Guard. Right. Like I said, any of the videos you see, he's only out there with a few people. So it's like, what you gonna do with just y'all? I mean, I don't know. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but to me, it looks like you're outnumbered and outgunned. But again, it's optics. Oh, about time they showed up. Oh, I'm so happy they finally showed up to help. Like they ain't gonna be out there too long. You know. A Turner, how you doing? Says I'm glad we're using our delineation and calling fakes out. Yep. Right. Clean USA, how you doing? Says he sounds fake. 04G NG Snake, how you doing? He says this lady, you talk about me? He said I'm an imbecile. I mean, I might be. It depends on who you ask. Mikey, how you doing? Says Hispanic NOI. Hispanics NOI. Yeah, they have Hispanics in the NOI. Mm-hmm. Willie Boney, how you doing? Says the Black Panther Party of old or rebirth of FBAs today. FBAs forevermore. All right. Got you. Okay. Hold on a second. I haven't used my block finger in a minute, but it's about time. There you go. I don't want to, I don't want you to feel bothered by my presence, so I'll just get you on out of here. I hope you feel better. And you know who you are. Empty Man, how you doing? Says I figured he was fake with that cheap $199 shotgun. I don't know nothing about that. African Native, how you doing? Says Black Americans got to start using the facial recognition app to remove bad grains in the community. Yeah, or just use this, right? If you asked enough questions, you could get pretty far. Ammo Shock Troop, how you doing? Says they need to stop cosplaying and sit their behinds down. My organization, which is all Black, will not recognize them. There you go. Kathleen, how you doing? Says I live in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and there's a lot of them up here. So you're talking about the Black Panthers are out there? Is that who you're talking about? Or illegal immigrants? Sky Gail Fisher, how you doing? Says them Latino so-called Black Panthers are using the name to get their numbers up. Change it. Think you're saying they should change it to Mexican Panther Party. They start harassing FBA citizens. Yeah, and I don't know what that guy is. Again, I guess it remains to be seen. Just skipping on down because I see I'm almost out of time. Well, salute to you as well, Nora. Thank you. Herschel, how you doing? Hope that you are well. Let's see, who else haven't I seen on here? D Toppy, what's going on? She says, nope, not drinking the Kool-Aid yet. Please don't do that because you know what's in the Kool-Aid, right? It ain't nothing good. A Kool-Aid ain't good for you anyway. Dear self, how you doing? MFer Gunson, how you doing? Says Jesus Newton and Maria Davis. You already mean, hey, Sue, I don't even want to speculate. Diane, how you doing? Vanessa, what's going on with you? Mr. South Carolina, I hope you're having a great evening. Cynthia says, I'm so proud of my beautiful, brilliant Black First FBA family. We are unshakable. Absolutely. Melody, what's going on with you? He says he's not from Philly yet. They say he may be from LA. He's been all over. So where is he from? Who is he? Who sent them, right? And you would think he would just, he said his people are indigenous to this continent. So you like America, like the USA, Canada, like what part of the continent, but again, I saw a video of a guy who was saying, I guess he's his father and he's a very Black man. So maybe he's mixed. I don't know. FBA for live. How you doing? Says good to the non-Black Americans. Buckhorse says we have no leaders. The leader is the Cold and Bird. How you call that man that? It says didn't know that. Got you. We got the ghetto bird out there. I don't know who they looking for. Sister Sunlight says, why can't everyone leave us alone? If they don't get it by now, they never will. We ain't coming outside. Nope. Not for that anyway, right? Raven, how you doing? Says, yes, that's right. I need to know the recipe you use. Deacon, how you doing? Says Grandmaster Bird song. Okay. See Tyler, what is up with you? LG Universe in the building. He says most Black Americans were already here. Not many came from Africa. Well, there was quite a few who came from Africa.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, I know there's a lot of dispute and different things like that, but quite a few did come from the continent. So
they didn't come.
But, I'm not here to argue about any of that because A lot of that is, you know, outside of my
not that many
wheelhouse per se. I'm not well versed on too much of that. Some of it, not all of it. Tom, how you doing? Says typical people wanting to make money from a good cause, disgusting. We not blind. And what good cause are you talking about? You talking about her suing or him, Paul Bird song out there cosplaying? Kelly, what's going on with you? Says it won't work. The days of going in the streets is over. For me, it is. I never even was out there. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Says FBA is always asked where your grandparents from. Yeah, you can get far with that. Cynthia, how you doing? Says nasty visual. Okay. Ooh, I got 4 minutes trying to get down to the bottom. I think I've seen everybody so far.
Coffee. Follow me.